Good morning, everybody. Coach B here coming to you live again for our weekly Movement Monday. Today, I would love to give you a little bit of education on movement, and then we're going to do some ball stretches. So far, mainly all we've been doing are stretches. I did introduce a dynamic warm up to you all, but mostly just to get your body moving, warmed up, your joints lubricated, and to keep us moving. So I'm going to pause right here, turn this background music off a little bit, and let's talk about movement. So, I want to talk about what's called the human movement system. The human movement system basically is known as three systems in our bodies that are put together to create movement and function of our body. So, the human movement system consists of the nervous system, the muscular system, and the skeletal system. And one cool way that we learned how to remember that is that the nervous system tells the skeletal system to move the muscular system. So all three of those systems work together interchangeably. And if one of those systems are affected, whether it is a pulled muscle, a torn ligament that connects the muscle to the bone, or it could simply be maybe a fracture or a broken bone, or it can be a nervous issue, something that's going on with the communication from the nervous system. Any of those systems, if is impacted, all of them will be affected. So prime example is the nervous system from the spinal column is going to tell the muscles, the bones in your arms to move this arm or to move your shoulder. So in order to perform a shoulder movement, it has to first come from the nervous system. So with that being said, we want to make sure that we are functional, that we are moving, that all three of those systems are moving. So you may see us do a stretch, you may see us do an exercise, but what is really going on behind the movement? And why can't you do certain movements? Why is maybe a movement limited or more difficult for you versus someone else? And so knowing, I think, the foundation of movement and how our body moves and what works together will help us better understand why we have to stretch and why we have to keep moving. So I love to put all of that together because as you do these stretches and you understand more, it'll help you to work through it. So I'm going to do some ball stretches today. I'm going to put this music back on. I'm going to do some ball stretches. These ball stretches are very simple. If you have an exercise ball such as this one here, you can do this at home, in the gym, while you're stretching, cooling down, or warming up. Also, you can do this, the stretches I'm going to do on this ball, you can do it on a chair. So I usually have my chair over here, but if you have a certain limitation, you can still do it from the chair. You can do it standing up or you can do it kneeling down. So today I'm going to do it kneeling down from the floor with the ball. And then depending on what you can do, you can start by using the chair. So we're going to do some shoulder stretches today, as well as what I call lat stretches. These are a few stretches that I do with my clients, especially after an upper body workout. So the first one is a lat stretch. All I'm doing is pushing the ball out away from me, bowing down, and pushing my hips back. So each stretch we hold for about 15 seconds. You could really feel this going all the way down the arm and down the side. All right, you come back up and you're going to go back out with it. So for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to shorten them, but I do want to show you can go out to the side as well. So I'm going to push this to the left as my hips go to the right. And we're holding here. Come back up, push it to the other direction. And you'll feel this stretch going all the way down the side of that arm, down into the side of the shoulder, down into what we call the lat, okay, the latissimus dorsi. So the next stretch I do want to do with the ball, so we just did 3 different directions there, is going to be for the chest. So I'm going to place my arm on the ball at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to bring the ball next to me this time instead of away from me. I'm on all fours here, and I'm just bowing down. As I bow down, making sure that my arm is at a 90-degree angle. And you'll feel that stretch coming all the way into the shoulder and into the chest. Same thing on the other side. I'm still on all fours. This is a really, really good stretch for those that may have tight shoulders or your chest after a chest workout. That is a really good stretch. So I'm just going to show you those few for now, chest and shoulder and lat on the exercise ball. And those stretches that I just did, you can do those on the chair as well. The chair is more stable. The ball, you have to control it. It might have looked simple when I did it simply by doing the movement, but truth is that the ball is unstable. So you have to keep it stable while you do that stretch. So I hope this has helped you today. Remember, keep moving. Movement Monday, I just want to educate you on movement, why we move, how movement actually happens and takes place. It is through the human movement system, right? Which we said consists of the nervous system, the skeletal system, and the muscular system. So continue moving today, not only today, but through the rest of your week. God bless you, and we'll be back on here each week with a new movement for you all.